And very many thanks for always keeping yourselves glued onto the continent's leading intellectual platform. I tell you, I'm talking about none other than the desk. Now, many thanks for also those who keep themselves glued onto U24 television. I'm telling you, every time you watch U24, you are inspired, you're motivated, but above all, you are educated. Like tonight, it's going to be one of those very inspirational. I have youth on set. I am telling you, for those who are youths and you're watching, like many of you are who follow the desk youths, you better sit back, relax, ready for it, even stand up. Now, as the year is coming to an end, I'm telling you, all you need to do is set your strategies and plans right, because next year is coming and it's bigger and better. There's no COVID-19, there is nothing hindering us. I am telling you, I am excited, and here at U24 we're excited for next year because we are actually able to get all our goals straight. And remember, we'll be coming back bigger and better. But for tonight, I have Timothy and Charlotte, and we're going to be discussing what the youths can do to be responsible citizens. Do we still have patriotic citizens anyway?
Yeah, sure. We do.
Do people still care about the country?
Yes, I believe people still care about the country.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe to give you a picture of that is where Uganda was maybe when the 2000s were starting is not where Uganda is today. And at this level, I can agree that the youth have tried to be included in a number of aspects they are running in. Of course, interests are going to differ, but I can tell that people are doing the good work, and trust me, the community can know what's happening.
Charlotte, do you agree with Timothy? Do you feel included as a youth in what's happening in the country?
Yes, I really do feel included, because rather patriotism feels like pride in what a country is standing for, in what it has accomplished and what it hopes to accomplish in the future. So we as youths, we believe with our passions working for the country, we'll be able to sacrifice for its ideals.
You know, it's okay to talk about ideals and ideology when you have a job. You are talking confidently, passionately because you have jobs. A lot of it's down there like, we're not included, we have no jobs. What do you have to say to people like those who are watching you right now?
And perfectly, I think I would be clear on this, that I started doing a number of activities before I got a job. And how did I do that? It was because I thought I have to add a contribution to my country. Instead of being on the group that advocates for we don't have jobs, we are having challenges, we are not supported, I decided let's be on the group of people who are saying where are the jobs that we can help. And I'm glad that along the journey, because of this attribute, it has guided me rightly. And if I got the job, trust me, I had done things that would qualify me of performing that job better, and also being grateful to not only do that job, but also continue with the community work.
So simply because someone will be watching you, they're like, Anzinjagala Center, you know? But for you, you are able to volunteer until you qualified for a job. So why would you tell someone who is like, I have no time to volunteer, I have bills to pay?
Maybe to be clear, of course, it has not always been about money. Some people check that week, but it's very strong. It's not about the money, and that's why the skill aspect gets in. Because how are you given this job, and what skill set do you have? And you're going to be given this job, and your skill set is really not yet there to perform the job. And that's why you have work to do. That's why we have these programs running. That's why you have to engage in a number of aspects in the community. Like, let's say, like the activism we have against human trafficking. The skills that we are getting out of there, the advocacy we have, the presentation skills, the way we present ourselves maybe to different people, the way we go out to read about maybe what is happening, about what is happening in the country and outside the country, those are all skills. And they help you perform better if you get a job. Maybe Charlotte can come in from there.
Before we even dive into the interesting conversation we had the other day about human trafficking, Charlotte, is it really important for a youth to be a responsible citizen in their countries? Like, should we even care? Should someone down there in Chukubamutwe care as a youth or to be responsible to the country?
Yes, first of all, youths are the leaders of tomorrow.
Yeah, that's correct.
We youths are change agents. So
I love that. We are change agents. Okay, so we are agents for change.
True.
Perfect.
So involving the youth in decision making is important for the country. And currently we are seeing youths involved in a lot of leadership activities. So through education, action and empowerment, youth engagement in economics can lead to social transformation in a wide range of activities.
Impressive.
Yeah, true. So if we involve the youths in leadership activities, we are going to be able to impact the country a lot. For example, we look at mentorship programs like young professional mentorship program and a lot of mentorship programs. The youths involved in these mentorship programs are already change agents. They are impacting their communities. Currently in YPMP, we are involved in the human trafficking campaign. We are doing, we are impacting a lot of when it comes to fighting against human trafficking, which calls for moral cause. So I would really advise the youths out there who are watching us to really act as leaders in their communities and get involved in more leadership activities.
Right. You see, when it comes, Charlotte, you make an important point, but when it comes to politics, politicians are using the youth really both for, opposition and, the different, they're using the youth because over 70% of the country's population are youth. So everyone wants the youth in their corner. But with whatever you're doing, Timothy, I want to understand, it has nothing to do with politics.
Definitely.
It has nothing to do with politics. This is a person who loves their country. I don't care what color you are.
Definitely.
Just jump on the wagon. Is that correct?
Yes, that is really correct. And you understand, when the political aspect gets in the work that we do, it gets people differentiated. And we have seen the impact on politics on such organizations and also youth programs that come. Okay, let us first highlight what do youth want from politics. There are some that want leadership and want to be part of the decision makers, and there are those who are coming in because there's these programs for money and survival.
Some tokens,
Then three, there are some that want to be seen. They want to be recognized, like they're doing something, through politics, and that's where I believe that that's just a small thing on what we have to do. A lot of work must be happening in the community. Must be happening with people who are doing actionable things, because that's why I don't want to come on maybe on a TV or maybe in our conversation talk about what things we think we can do, maybe just talking on a frame. I want us to talk about what activities are we specifically doing.
Hands-on activities.
Hands-on activities, because that's what's going to make the change you want to see. One person saying you're doing something right can change 1,000 people behind them. We believe we'll have an African proverb which says that it's the young trees that are going to make a forest. So that keeps us focused on the community work, on things that are going to make us better people. Politics is a good thing because we want decisions made. We want people styling up for the political end, but a lot of work. Let that not be the highest scorecard for the youth. Let us be looking at what activities. There are very many things. We can see the scorecard of the SDGs. That's all work we can do. And you can see the SDGs are led by politics, but the work is just right there.
Charlotte, before we go for a quick break, if I'm to bring you in, the SDGs, isn't politics really affecting,
Politics, first of all, when we talk about politics, first of all, the youths are limited to political opportunities in the country. When we look at their age, due to our aging differences, we have limited opportunities when it comes to politics. The government is not engaging the youth at all when it comes to decision making of the country in terms of politics. So the youths are engaging themselves in various activities that can enable them come out as a voice for the country. So the government really needs to provide equal opportunities for the youths and provide facilities that can enable them succeed in whatever they are doing.
For instance, when we talk about facilities, government has through the youth forums, there are youth forums that are created. So Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough a voice for you guys?
No, maybe that is good and we appreciate that, but that's not enough. Because putting structures in place and not following how they perform is also something that lacks right there. Because I can put all the structures, like those are leaders, that is where you work from, but do you follow up these programs up to the root of how they impact the community? I think that's why it's lacking.
True. On that point, let's go for a quick break. When we return, we'll just have more of this discussion. But remember, we are at Nile Avenue in Nakasero Hill, and we're live. I am telling you, it is one of those episodes that we get to talk about the youth story being told by youth themselves. They are putting out a voice out there. And remember, this is a platform that is supposed to garner solutions. Now, you can be the judge after tonight if you have garnered those solutions that affect you in your daily contemporary life. Get back to me on my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Do that for Shadrach Kisame. Now, if you've not liked my page on Facebook, you have a minute right now. Reach out for your phone, type in Shadrach Kisame. Like the page to know what the desk and Shadrach Kisame are all about. Now, do the same for U24 television and get back to us. If you like the movie that is going to be on after the desk, get back to us on our social media platforms for U24 television. Guys, the society or communities that we grow in,
Sure.
do they affect our responsibility or the quality of a youth that you become?
Yes, actually, society plays a major role in human behavior,
Correct.
the way we think, and our attitudes also.
Mhm.
And our cultures are based on differences, the way we work and the way we value others.
Correct.
So, of course, society influences our choices. However, our choices can also be influenced on the way we value others and on the way we think.
Okay.
So, despite society playing a major role on the way we think, on the way we are going to develop ourselves, we as youth, we also play a major role on acting upon ourselves. We need to come up with decisions that can better the good for our society.
So society is not an excuse anymore. I should not be there and say, nakulira mugeto, so
No. And I will agree with Charlotte because society really plays a big role, a big role. Yes. And I would sum up maybe and tell you that it all starts home.
Okay.
Like you see, every person that does something wrong, people don't first think about that person. They think about where does this person come from. You know, right? So that thing really pictures out how you're going to conduct yourself. Sure. Some of us, and maybe colleagues who have been in leadership positions, trust me, you're going to find something attached to it, and from the community. What does that call for? Going back to the community to instill leadership, to make sure these things are working. And that also rotates back to the family level. Like a parent sense about saying how my child can be in leadership spaces right from the grassroots.
Okay, so a parent has, before we even go to societies and communities, the smallest unit, which is a family. So me as a young parent, Shadrach, say I should groom my daughter for leadership.
True.
It should start with me.
Why not?
So titwe kwa sambu ghetto bichi.
No. That's no longer a claim. Never.
Impressive. Because some people, I've had people on the show here and they're like, poor background, society has groomed people wrongly. And then it's an excuse at the end of the day for wrong behavior, for poor quality of men and women we have today.
And maybe to bring in a clear point there is us as people, when you grow up in the communities, there's something that we have to be sensitive to things that are happening in our community.
Yeah.
Because even if you want to be that contributed person to the community, if you're not sensitive about things that are happening right there, you'll also do nothing. Because picture, I'm come from Rosira, and maybe they're having a challenge to do with gender-based violence. So what am I doing about it? Like, what do you do about it? Even if you don't have the capacity, at least even if make the smallest move, moving that organization, telling them you have such an issue, how do you think you can help us? Maybe something can start.
Okay, walk to an organization.
Perfectly.
But guys, these corporate organizations, are they really open to people? Like, can umuntu wawansi down there, maybe in Kawempe, walk to an organization of Navigaya, Zanagenda to Nagamba, there's gender-based violence by community. Are these organizations really open over Bantu? I don't know. Are these doors open?
Yes, they are open because we have seen a lot of organizations coming up in the fight for teenage pregnancies, and they are really working. Currently, Mrs. Babi Chagulani opened up an organization. She is trying to reduce on the teenage pregnancies, in the fight for teenage pregnancies. So we see such NGOs are helping in the fight for such causes. So I think they are open to these challenges being faced in the community, and we are saying that it's a responsibility for everyone to act responsible when it comes to the morals, bringing up of teenagers, and just like our parents also have a responsibility, the community also has.
So you talk about everyone being responsible. So someone is watching and they say, okay, I believe Timothy and Charlotte over there are responsible youth and citizens. What should they do to be like you? How do they start? Okay, how do I start? And then I become like Timothy or Charlotte, and then I end up on TV talking to others. Timothy, you want to jump in? How does someone start?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, the first thing is how it has to come from the family. Like, let's understand that getting soft skills is key.
Okay.
True.
Because that's what's going to help you talk to people rightly, be clear with your intentions, appropriate your expectations, and that is going to give you clear insights of what you can do. So one thing, get sensitive about things that are happening about you. Like, you don't take anything for granted. Even the smallest thing you think is not impacting the community is impacting the country.
So what does my smoking have to do with the community?
Community, of course, if you're talking about smoking, there's a passive smoker, and there's a young kid who has just seen you smoke and maybe has had maybe some myth about smoking. You're confusing the young kids' decisions. And why we are here in these positions to help our fellow youth and ourselves make better decisions. So whatever I make sure that what Charlotte is doing or what I'm doing helps someone make a better decision.
And also there are many platforms where you can reach out your voice. We have social media platforms. You can reach out to your social media platforms and talk about your challenges or what you're going through or what you've learned. If you're carrying out a campaign, you can reach out to your social media platforms and you talk about your campaign. So these platforms are open to everyone. So you don't need to be there and maybe you're scared. This is how leadership begins.
Right. Yeah. So what are your social media platforms, Timothy, quickly before we go for a break?
Yes, for Twitter, we have it is YPMP -UG, that is for Twitter. Then Facebook, we are using Young Professional Mentorship Program. Instagram, Young Professional Mentorship Program. Then also we have our website, which is the Young Professional Mentorship Program.org.
So someone can, reach out to you regardless of anything.
Perfect.
On our
Partnerships,
website.
complaints,
Exactly. But the one thing I want to be clear on is what has brought us on platform is the love for learning, being humble to learn, and being ready for the challenge through mentorship.
And being resilient.
Are youths open to this? Do youths care about wanting to learn anymore? Do we care?
Yes, I think the youths care a lot. Right now we are seeing youths applying for many opportunities, mentorship programs. We are seeing programs like Yali leadership programs, programs like the Young Professional Mentorship Program, and we are seeing youths are applying to these programs. So I think this shows that the youths are willing to learn.
Okay, there's that love.
There is that love. They are willing to learn. They are willing to develop on their skills, on their careers, and they are willing to keep looking for more opportunities.
Yeah. Let me go for a quick breather, then I return. We talk about some of the activities you've done ever since you guys were here.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go for a quick breather. The desk returns in a moment. Boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, this is what happens every Wednesday on the desk. This is the only platform where the youth speak to the youth and they paint pictures with their words. But these pictures are youth best. I am telling you, you can follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now, this is the last segment. Sit back, relax, because the guests today, the lady and the gentleman, here, Timothy and Charlotte, they hit from the hip. They say it as they know it. You say it as you know it. You say it as you've done it.
Sure.
What have you done?
And I think I'll first come from the perspective of the Young Professional Mentorship Program and the trafficking team. When we were here, actually, we had done the program, the campaign for a few months, and we had registered great progress. And after that time, I can tell you we had a purposeful walk, and that was from Kampala to Karamoja. And people walking. People walk from Kampala to Karamoja, and we were part of that activity. I traveled with one of my colleagues to Napak, and that purposeful walk was to get resources so that we can build for those people their structures, so that they can have good education right there, so that they don't need to come because that's one of the pull factors for trafficking. So they can have good education from there, and that's a cause. And
okay. Just reflect more on that, because you said people travel from up country to Kampala to access better education. So how is that in a way? People are promised opportunities.
Exactly. That is one of the ways of trafficking. Like I told you, it's a pull factor for trafficking. Because now someone tell you, I'm taking you to Kampala, take you in a proper school. And that person will be brought here and they'll tell you, no, the work is at the street. You know, or maybe the work is at the other place, maybe.
So it's more of a disguise, it's more of a Trojan horse to get people
exactly. So the purpose of that work was to at least start infrastructures there, so they can, if I want school, we have a school here. Why should I go to Kampala? That is, traffickers have a number of, they use these things that can easily pull you off. Let me take you to Kampala for education. Let me take you to Kampala to see the plane. The people get excited about small things. So that was the purpose of the work. Another thing that we did, we partnered with Rahab also, and it has been working with protecting of the victims, and that was from Kampala to Entebbe, walking around 34 kilometers. And also that was to make sure that they build a victim storage place where they can, when people have succumbed to human trafficking, they can be harbored there and, given that care. So that was also a cause. Then another activity that we did, there are a number of them, but I'm just getting out some that we can hit on. We have recently done a community engagement in Kamwanyi zone in Ruzira, that is Nakawa's division. And basically we're talking about gender-based violence, how it leads to human trafficking, and also sexual reproductive health. And that is touching the roots where the problem is. Because coming in conferences, halls, and talking about the whole thing, it's good and fine, but
you're not in touch with the guy down in Kataba there.
Exactly. So the reaction was there. People were doing a lot of learning, and trust me, they'd be like, when do you guys come back and do this program?
Impressive. Charlotte, so you guys do this because you're getting paid? Why do you guys do this? Why are you so passionate? You might be talking here because you're expecting money. Why are you guys doing this?
No, first of all, our Young Professional Mentorship Program is a non-governmental global platform started in 2020 that brings young professionals from various backgrounds. It is established to form
does it give that it gives youth, safe space?
Yes, it gives it provides leadership opportunities, career development opportunities, and as well as mentorship opportunities, access to a wide range of resources while being part of a unique culture. So we didn't start this because of we are money-based. No, we established this with an aim to impact young leaders through our activities
With the hope that one of the leaders become president and
yes, providing them with the full potential not only to impact their community but country as a whole through the activities we are engaging in, providing them with access to mentorship opportunities, a wide range of resources, change agents as well as student community networks.
Yeah, so someone is watching you guys right now. Is it for only Basoma or even people who did not go to school? Your services, are they even helping Muntu Wawansi?
Yeah, sure, because Charlotte is running the climate change, a number of activities in climate change, and those are activities that, you know, that really significantly point to the future, and those are some of the things that show our common firmness that we're here even tomorrow, you know, and those are these activities that we do. They're not focused to maybe it's only the land or maybe the literate. They are focused to benefit those in the communities, those that are in positions like us, the youth. Because it's not that we are blessed with the best English or maybe in the best positions. No, this is just an initiative. Because I can give an example. I believe I'm a better person because of the Young Professional Mentorship Program, and I can tell you I didn't put any coin for the person I am today, for the skills I got.
Oh, you didn't pay?
We didn't pay any coin. Okay. And that brings us to a role that why don't we offer the same thing? Why don't we also build up the same thing? And these people that we are going to work with under the mentorship recruit we are having else, which is coming next year, they're also not paying anything. So we are trying to make sure that people understand that it's not about coming in for money or coming in for, it is about getting a skill, becoming a better person, and serving those that are in the community and around you much better.
Correct. You know, our time is really fast spent. I want to give you, Charlotte, under 30 seconds for you to give your closing remarks to the fellow youth. I want you to look in the camera, the fellow youth who are watching you right now, and give your parting shots.
Well, to my fellow youths out there, I would advise you all to not sit down just there, but to look out for more opportunities. There are many opportunities out there that you can engage in and that can make you a better person, develop your careers and skills. You can be able to join a lot of mentorship programs. I myself, as a youth, have benefited a lot from mentorship programs. I joined the Young Professional Mentorship Program, and I am currently an alumni, which has shaped me and enabled me to better myself. I am currently a Clinton Global Initiative Fellow, recognized by President Bill Clinton. I am an award winner of Agripreneurship Alliance Switzerland, an Ubuntu leader, and we look at all these opportunities that are able to shape you as a youth. You can reach out to our social media platforms, YPMP on Twitter, Instagram, and you can also visit our website, youngprofessionalmentorshipprogram.org, and be able to get access to these opportunities.
Well, I'm telling you, straight on right there for all the girl child that are watching right now. You can be like Charlotte. All you need to do is reach out to her. Timothy, under 30 seconds, your last remarks as we wind up.
Yeah, and perfectly, I'll continue to talk about the youth out there. Let us look at starting, because the number of ideas, the number of thoughts that people have in their heads, and they're not just done. And then a clear reminder that, don't wait for money, because, sometimes the money won't come, or maybe it will come when you're retired. And remember that the things you can do today as a youth, you may not do them when you're at 40. So the earlier you start doing on those things, the better. And joining the Young Professional Mentorship Program, joining programs that are advocating for change and for positive impact to the society, they're part also of everyone's responsibility. And since we are the young people, we have really a big chain to chain up and work for this change. Thank you so much for this, and we are grateful.
Thank you so much. And there is also an opportunity out there for you, the youth. You can apply for the Clinton Global Initiative Program by December 23rd. This is a dynamic community that enables young leaders to create innovative solutions that tackle the world's most pressing challenges in their communities. Be part of this community and better yourself as a young leader. Thank you.
I'm telling you, You know, we can never exhaust everything in these 30 minutes on the desk, but I'm telling you, it ends well, it's hot. This is the usual business here on the desk. But from me and the entire 24 management, would like to say thank you very much for keeping us company this year. Thank you for being dedicated fans, dedicated family, and a dedicated community for the desk. Thank you for the feedback that keeps coming in, even physically, as I walk into restaurants, supermarkets, shops, on the street. People tell me, Shadrach, thank you very much for the desk. And I appreciate you so much. That feedback comes in warm, and it's the one that has kept us moving these last 4 years of the desk. And as we start the 5th year of the desk in 2024, I'm telling you, it is going to be one of those. Now, from me, again, and the entire desk, my producer Stanley over there, from Apizushem, all of those people would like to say good night, good luck, adios for God and my country. May the good Lord bless this beautiful Uganda. Now, until next week, same place, same time, and of course, same host. We're not changing. Now more than ever, I'm Shadrach Shagafti Sami.